What's up, guys, and welcome to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. Today we're going to be talking about the top 5 reinforcement abilities in Fleet Arena for the game. And I struggled with this quite a bit because originally I'm like, well, let's go top 10. And then, you know, there's not many ships. I hope that more come because I like Fleet Arena. And then I started thinking, well, this ship is usually used as a starter, so why would... Nope, I forgot all of that stuff, and I just went, what are the top 5 reinforcement abilities in the game? I'm sure some of you are going to disagree with me, but from what I've looked at, what I've read, and what I've actually played in the game, these are the top 5. In no particular order, depending on where you're at, so remember that. Without further ado, let's get to it, and the first ship on the list is Plo Koon's Jedi Starfighter. Let me explain why. My criteria for this was how can it affect the entire outcome of the battle. Some ships come in and they give them self-boosts. You know, I struggled with wanting to put Sun Fac on the list. He comes in and stuns, which is huge, but he just stuns one character that, you know, these characters can completely change the outcome by what they do when they come in. And Plo Koon's Jedi Starfighter dispels all debuffs from all allies, and they recover 40% health and 40% protection. It's a mass cleanse with a heal. This is huge. All of the debuffs that can be given from other characters in the game, all of the target locks, which, you know, those are a nightmare to have because of all the stuff that they can do. He can come in, dispel all of it, and then heal. And that's huge. So he can be kind of a plug-and-play character as well. Most of the time I find when I'm battling that a lot of teams don't get to the 4th reinforcement, probably 70% of the time, so I shouldn't say a lot, but 70% of the time we don't. So if you want to throw in another character to maybe throw in if you're struggling with debuffs, think about Plo Koon's Jedi Starfighter. Of course, he's not the greatest person when he's on the field, not the greatest attacker or stuff like that, but this reinforcement ability is huge. Definitely something you should think about. Next, the Phantom. Now, some people are going to argue with me on this one because, you know, like, well, what does it do? One, it gains stealth advantage and offense up for 2 turns. That's singular. That's directly affecting it. That can help, but it's not going to change the outcome tremendously. The biggest thing is it reduces the cooldown of call reinforcement on the allied capital ship by 1. You're able to call in another reinforcement. The more ships you have on the field, the more damage you're going to do, the more turns you're going to take, and most of the time, in the top of arena today, the other team is using the Phantom as well, and it's usually called in first as well. So you want to be able to match that and both have those extra reinforcements on the field. So this ability to bring in an extra ship that much quicker to change the tide of the battle is why it makes the list, and that's why it's extremely important. And, you know, even if this ability was only that by itself, that'd be huge. But it also gives bonuses to the Phantom, which can do a lot of damage. So that's why it makes the list. Next, Cassian's U-Wing. Wow, I've talked about this ship in other videos. I don't even have... K2, oh my gosh, pulled a brain fade there, all the way leveled up or geared up whatsoever. You know, Cassian and Jin, they're not geared up all the way. I use this ship specifically for its reinforcement ability. It doesn't do a lot of damage. You can call the Falcon to assist, which is good because that does a lot of damage. But the reinforcement ability is amazing. Dispel all buffs on all enemies. Inflict offense down and defense down on target enemy for 2 turns, which can't be evaded or resisted. Wow, all of the extra protection up, all of the taunts, all the offense up, all that other bonus stuff the other team has, you can call them in and it's all gone immediately. Completely changes the outcome of the battle massively. It affects everybody on the other team. If I'm struggling, some battles I can get through a Houndstooth easily. Some battles I can't. It seems like it takes forever. When I bring in Cassian's U-Wing, it gets rid of all that extra protection, all of his taunt, and I'm able to work right through them or work through the other ships first. And a ship that's doing a lot of damage, I can inflict offense down and defense down on so they're easier to take out and they don't do as much damage. This is a unbelievable ability, like I said, and I don't even have the characters max geared or close to max geared. I got it in here just for the reinforcement ability, and that's why it is one of the best, if not the best, reinforcement ability in the game. Next, we're going to look at Lando's Millennium Falcon. Wow, why can this affect the game so much? Because you want to call him in as one of the later reinforcements. If you call him in as an earlier reinforcement, this ability would probably not be on the list. In fact, it wouldn't be on the list. You want to have him be one of the last reinforcements. When he enters battle, the Falcon gains critical damage up for 2 turns and copies all buffs on all other ships for 2 turns. So all buffs on the field, friendly or enemy, the buffs are going to be copied by Lando's Millennium Falcon. The Falcon also takes a bonus turn for each reinforcement previously called in by the allied capital ship this encounter. That's why you want to call him in last. Let's say I'm standing behind a ship that's doing a lot of damage, that has a lot of health yet. I call in Lando's Millennium Falcon. Not only does he steal the buffs from everybody on the field, so he can get that, offense up and stuff like that, he can attack them 4 times. While attacking them those 4 times, he's most likely going to take it out. So again, this ability really only affects his ship, but because it allows his ship to go 3-4 times in a row, that is what completely changes the outcome of the battle, because it can single-handedly take out 1 ship. Most of the time it does. So that's definitely why he's in here. And he does quite a bit of damage as well. He's really fun to use. I'm glad somebody got me to gear up and star up young Lando and get this ship to 7 stars. Next is Han's Millennium Falcon. This was the ship that I was like, do I want to put on this list? Not a lot of people have it yet. It's also a ship that's usually in the starting lineup. I know a few people that don't have him in the starting lineup. They bring him in as a reinforcement, and that's because his reinforcement ability is so good. When he enters battle, grant all other allies foresight for 2 turns and call all rebel allies to assist. Additionally, reduce the cooldowns of the allied rebel capital ship by 1 for all abilities except call reinforcement. So 1, he is granting foresight to everybody, so they can, take a hit without having any damage given. And then, it's a mass assist as well. So if you're struggling to take out a certain enemy, call him in. Everybody's going to attack. You're most likely going to take him out or come very close to taking him out. And it reduces the cooldowns of the Rebel Allied capital ship by 1. Now, it's not like the Phantom, where it reduces the call reinforcement ability, but it reduces all the other abilities as well. So if you want to call him in, and let's say your Houndstooth is struggling with health, and you want to use the, the one that does advantage, that gives advantage and heals a little bit with Akbar, or you want to use his AoE that can call some assists, it's really helpful with that. And that's why this directly affects the outcome of the battle, because you're hiding everybody behind foresight, you're calling everybody to assist, and you're able to use another ability on your capital ship faster. So these are my top 5, okay? After using them, looking at them, reading about them, studying them, and like I said, using most of them in battle, again, what do you guys think? Do you agree with my top 5? I know there's a few that I struggled, not to put on here. I mean, Slave 1, okay? He gets taunt, retribution, protection up, critical hit immunity. He can take damage. He becomes a tank. Vader, he can give damage over time and offense down. Ghost can give target lock to every person on the field, and if you have Biggs in your lineup, he's going to be gaining all that protection. Then you go down to Sun Fac, like I said, and you're going to be able to stun somebody. So there's a lot of good reinforcement abilities. These, in my opinion, are just the top 5 best ones. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Leave comments in the comment section below because of that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash the subscribe button, like the video, click the reinforcement button, click the notification bell so you can be alerted to all videos that I post. Also, I'm leaving a link to my Discord server and Patreon page in the description below. Please make sure to check that out. I cannot believe I almost said click the reinforcement ability. This is how my mind works. It goes at 100 miles per hour sometimes. I talk without thinking. That's just what happens. I'm kind of in the groove at times. Again, comments in the comment section below, not only about agreeing and disagreeing. What videos do you want to see? Give me some video ideas. This was actually a video idea that somebody gave me in one of the comment sections, and I thought it was a great idea. So keep giving me those. Otherwise, peace out, and may the force be with you.